Oh, what I do? Of course, I got Instagram not acting right. Hey, y'all. Give me a second to get set up. Oh, there we go. We is cooking. All right. Now I just got to make sure I stay in the middle. What's up, everybody? I've missed y'all so much, low key. I'm still figuring out this whole internet thing. Boom. I think I'm good. Alrighty. And bring up these for the comments. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been a while since I've been live, so let's start there. I guess it's been a while since I've been live. I've been super super busy, but good stuff, good stuff. And then today I realized that it's my 1 year anniversary for my certified financial education instructor certification. But it was funny how I found out. How I found out was this morning when I woke up, I had a charge from the National Financial Educators Council, who issues the certification, and I'm like, oh, I haven't bought anything or anything like that. Like, why? Where's this charge coming from? And then, like, when I checked my email, it was like, oh, congratulations, it's your 1 year mark, the annual fee, you know, blah blah blah. But it was just so funny because like I had panicked and then I realized, and then it kind of hit me like, oh my god, it's really been a year. Like oh my god, like why is time going by so fast? That is just crazy to me how quick time went. But it's been a while since I went live, and somebody low key shout out to whoever this is on TikTok because it's an account that I don't have no picture or nothing, so I don't follow them. But somebody messaged me on TikTok and was like, "Hey, didn't you used to go live every week? Like, have I been missing them, or like what's been going on?" So I figured I would go live and kind of give y'all an update as well as introduce myself because apparently I got a video going viral on Facebook right now, so that's pretty cool. But um, and yeah, and talk to y'all for a little bit because I got some time before I gotta go to my day job. So. But for those of you who are watching the replay, or for those of you who are on here who have never met me, my name is Markia. I'm known on social media as the Money Plug. I'm a board certified credit repair specialist and credit score consultant. I'm a certified financial education instructor. I'm a registered financial associate. I am an AFC or accredited financial counselor candidate. Um, and just an overall lover of all things personal finance. Honestly, like I used to tell them all the time when I used to come on live, I'm just a regular person who do regular people stuff. I have a family. I drive a Honda Odyssey. Like I'm not selling a lifestyle. I'm not promising y'all six figures. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just here because I like money and I like having money, and having my money and managing my money the way I have has allowed me to have good credit now. And I want to kind of teach you guys from a lot of the lessons that I've learned, as well as the things that I've learned inside of textbooks. So it's kind of a mixture of experience plus the education that kind of curates the content that I make. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this is another question that I had got on YouTube. It was more like a degrading comment, but you know, every moment is a teachable moment. Um, Somebody asked me like, why are you on here like this? Like, why do you talk like this? Like, you would get so many more views if you would just do X, Y, Z, or you have so many more followers if you just said it like this, or who would want to listen to you anyway? Even if you are right, your attitude is horrible. And I want to take a second and kind of address that for those of you who are new to my content. Hey, good morning. But there's a specific reason why my content is curated the way it is. If you don't like it, that means that you are not a part of my target audience. And as a business owner, I have to be okay with some people not wanting to be a part of my target audience. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, shame on you because you don't want to follow me. I'm not about to talk bad about you. I'll even give you some recommendations for other people who might talk to you nice. I am not one of those people. I don't coddle. I'm not about to, I don't have to. The thing that sets me apart from a lot of these other credit repair specialists is that this is not my main source of income. I'm not beholden to my audience in order. What's up, JR? I'm not beholden to my audience to pay my bills. So I don't have to lie to y'all to appease y'all. I don't care whether you like it or not. I'm just here to give you the truth. I'm here to tell you all of your options, and then you can make an educated decision from there. I'm not here to convince you that you need your credit fixed. I'm not here to to convince you to even use me for your services. If you look at all of my social media content, it's geared towards helping you all do this yourselves, right? This is, like I said, this is not my main source of income. So what I got to lie to y'all for? I ain't got a lot to kick it. My bills got paid already. You get what I'm saying? So this allows me to be even more authentic in my approach. I don't have to keep up certain things. I don't have to maintain a specific image. I get to be my authentic self. Because if any of you, and I've met a couple of my followers in real life, like we type like this now. Like Y'all know I'm like this in real life. I'm actually worse than this in real life. So it's just so crazy to me when I get those comments because y'all are so used to people selling y'all an image or selling y'all a lifestyle, and pretending to be something and having to maintain that image at all times. So, like for example, if you follow me on Instagram, and it's crazy because different platforms you'll see me differently. So, like if you follow me on Instagram, I'm always on my Instagram stories. I'm singing, I'm talking, I'm out with my friends, I'm at concerts, I'm at work, I'm talking about traffic, I'm taking pictures of food, like I'm just a person. I'm being my regular self. Does that mean everybody has to like it? Absolutely not. But that's just who I am. That's just a part of my brand. A part of my brand is being my authentic self. Like, because I'm not here to sell y'all a lifestyle. I don't care whether or not you like the Fallout Boys when I went to their concert, when I went to their concert last week. I'm not here to make you like their music. I'm just here to show you that I'm a regular person. I just so happen to have this finance knowledge that y'all might like. I'm not here to convince you to like me. I'm not here to convince you of my education. The post that's going viral on Facebook right now is and of course hashtag TikTok start first, but it's the video I did where I was talking about my certifications because somebody was trying to like imply that my knowledge was invalid because I wasn't a CPA. And I don't understand what y'all fascination is with making black women to prove themselves in everything that we do. But I mean, again, I read them for Phil because I don't just walk the walk, I talk the talk. So, but that's neither here nor there. But it's like y'all are just so upset. Like I couldn't just be right. I couldn't just like have the answer, right? Because I didn't have a specific title, they automatically didn't want to hear what I have to say. All right, cool. Do your thing. You don't gotta listen to me at all. But the person they were listening to has none of the certifications that I have, was a man, come to find out behind the page, and like that was okay. Sorry, that had me a little unhinged when I went through the comment and made the video. But my point was, like, I'm not here to convince y'all of anything. I don't have these certifications to convince y'all of shit. I didn't start posting on TikTok to convince y'all of shit. I'm here to educate. I'm gonna tell y'all everything I got to tell y'all, every law I can think of that pertains to anything y'all need. Y'all see that a lot of my content is reactionary. Whatever questions y'all got, I answer it. That's literally what this is. Y'all give me a question, I'm gonna answer it. I'm not here to convince you that I'm right. I'm not here to convince you that my education is enough. I'm not here to convince you that like you need to listen to me and nobody else. But yeah, like I don't know. I just wanted to address that because that was I just thought that was so weird. And then even since then, I've gotten a lot of DMs about it too. Like, oh, those certifications don't mean nothing. You're not a CFP. Da 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 da. I'm not gonna respond how I want to respond, how I usually respond, but people get mad when you're not showing them how to get over. Yeah, and I get that, and I get that. But at the same time, it's like I don't mind if y'all getting over on people. That's none of my business, and I mind my business. But when y'all come on my videos and y'all start telling my followers like, "Oh, she lying, do X, Y, Z, do this, do that," I bought CPNs, I did a 1099-C, I did when that's when I get mad. If y'all gonna do that scamming shit, if y'all gonna lie and cheat and whatever it is you're gonna do to get over on the system, do that shit over there. Don't come in my yard. Don't shit in my yard and then get mad at me for having an attitude. You see what I'm saying? Like that just don't make sense to me. So then when I do these videos, a lot of these creators usually end up blocking me when I do the whole stitching of their videos thing, instead of actually engaging in a conversation about why they're doing certain things or educating me like they swear they're gonna do. All of my videos, my stitches is on for TikTok. They're on for IG Reels. Y'all can remix or whatever it is you got to do to convince your audience that I'm lying. But y'all never do. Y'all just block me. Y'all like, oh, she lying. We over here getting money and then block me. Like, what? My friend got locked up for a CPN. Somebody tagged me in a video on TikTok. I don't know if it's public, but somebody tagged me in a video on TikTok because and it's an old story. It's an old story, but this lady got like detained by the FBI over a CPN, and she had no idea that it was even illegal. She was so convinced that these things were legal, and the FBI was like, "Oh, okay, cool story, bro. Come with us." Like that's whether you know it or not, whether you pretend that it's true or not, y'all gonna get locked up for some of this stuff. Hmm. She didn't go either. I'm not mad at you at all, sis. Keep educating. But anyway, like I said, so I randomly found out this morning that it is the 1 year anniversary for my CFEI certification, my Certified Financial Instructor. And honestly, I know TikTok, y'all. I don't know what's going on with TikTok lately, but I can't get on my desktop no more, so y'all don't get to see my cute little template. But at the bottom, it says "Happy 1 year CFEI." But and it's been a year, right? Like so much has changed since this time last year. I live in a completely different time zone. I moved from Virginia to Los Angeles. I'm a full-time content creator for a marketing agency. Um, my business has taken off since, let me see, this was last July. Since last July, I've spoken at the National Credit Union Administration CEI Summit in November. That was really, really cool. I attended FinCon, Real MoneyCon. I got to speak at Mill Money Con. I've been in so many different like articles. This was before I got my CFEI, before I got my first like big publication feature, so like Business Insider and stuff like that. So damn, like so much has happened since I got my certification. Um, and for those that, and I do get questions about this certification. Um, my Certified Financial Education Instructor certification, I got through the National Financial Educators Council, the NFEC. You can look them up online. And they have all their guidelines that you got to follow. You got to pay to take the training. Once you complete the training, you take the test and you're CFP. It wasn't, I won't say that it was easy. I definitely will say that my credit certifications was a lot easier than my CFEI certification. But I do think that getting my certification as a CFEI has helped me as a credit counselor, which is my primary what I do is counseling. Oh, thank you. But oh, thank you. Somebody said, I'm just here to tell you I love you, Queen, and congratulations on all your achievements. But I will say that this certification made me a better credit counselor and a better content creator as well. Financial space. Becoming a CFEI, I had to understand all of the different concepts of personal finance, right? So it's not credit and then personal finance, or it's not credit and then money. It really showed me kind of these symbiotic relationships that money and credit have with each other. And it's unique because having the experience of living in a country in Europe that did not have credit, I also kind of got to see that experience without it. And so I've been able to kind of combine all of those things to really help people get like to understand what credit is. It's not enough to just fix your credit, right? You can pay somebody and wipe all the shit off. All right, whatever. Before all the stuff pop back on and you be crying boo is like now like you got good credit now. And so it's really allowed me to kind of like make analogies that y'all actually understand what I'm explaining, kind of really complicated concepts as far as money management, investing, retirement accounts, and um, better breakdowns on like certain terms. It gave me a really solid framework for developing the programs that I've run since then. Shout out to WPP if you guys remember that really big workshop that I led with that marketing company. Um, it's just really, I feel like, just improved my ability to educate. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's really improved my ability to educate. And I'm gonna keep it. At least, at the very least, until I get my AFC. Um, but yeah, and I'm very, very proud. This is my I got the credit repair certification and the credit score consultant certification, but a lot of people was still like when I was saying on TikTok, especially, a lot of people was like, "That's not a real thing." Da, 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 da. So then when I got my CFEI, in a sense, it lent me a little bit more authority in my industry. I will say that it kind of set me apart from everybody else because I'm not just talking about the fastest way to get your credit score up 100 points. I'm not crazy like that. I'm also discussing money management concepts and debt repayment strategies and things like that that also tie into credit. And I'm doing it in a way that is actually improving the communities that I'm a part of. So I'm definitely super proud of my certification. Shout out to everybody who helped me study or studied with me. Everybody who has supported me along this journey because y'all was here when no one was here. So especially on TikTok. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, oh man, it's just so crazy. I just cannot believe a year has passed already. Would you have any guidance where to start for someone looking to become licensed or certified as you are? So the first thing I always tell people when y'all be asking me questions about my certifications is, "What are your goals? What are you trying to do?" Everybody like, "Well, I wanna do what you do." Alright, so tell me what I do. What do you think I do? The first thing you have to do is identify what it is you want to do in this industry because the personal finance or just the finance industry as a whole, there are so many different ways you could go about it. There's you can focus on retirement, you can focus on investment strategies, you can focus on debt repayment, you can focus on managing on like cash flow. You could be a CFP, an analyst. So like there's like a million billion, I feel like, ways that you can kind of go with this. So the first thing would be to identify what your goals are. And then once you identify what you're trying to get the certifications that will be there. And maybe you can't start off obligating to CFP. For those of y'all who know me, I don't have a college degree, so I could be CFP if I wanted to. This means I'm going back to school. I'm going back to school, but not for CFP. But like so get the certifications that will lead you kind of to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, right? Small steps to the big step, or small goals that accomplish the big goal. So I started with board certification in credit repair, credit score consultant, my FCRA, my CPA. I went on and got my CFEI, and then I got put on as a registered financial associate through the IARC. Um, and now I'm working on my A because these are all getting closer and closer to my goals. Ultimately, I think I'm still going through the course, so it could change, but I'm loving what I'm learning about financial counseling and financial therapy and just, you know, oh man, all the different ways that I can help people and all the different ways people need help and how all of these things kind of work together. Like I said, kind of like a symbiotic relationship. Like you have to have all of these things together in order to really accomplish that financial success that a lot of us define for ourselves. So it's really interesting. But like I said, figure out where you want to go and then identify what certification will get you there. And then just start working your way up. And just do your research on programs. I wish I would have met you last year. I thought I was getting denied because of credit. I have no credit age. So I'm trying to build credit age. Whenever you don't have any credit, for a lot of people, that's worse than having no credit because they have no idea how to judge. Like, oh, thank you. Somebody said they love my hair. They have no idea how to judge you. They have no idea like where you fall on like the I pay my bills are paid spectrum, right? So you're gonna want to start with like accounts that they would recommend for college kids. Some college accounts or like college student accounts, you don't even need to be a college student. Just do your research. So like a lot of people with who are like first entering the credit game. So you're not gonna be able to get like an Amex or nothing like that. But you can start off with a self account. You could open up a secured credit card, something like that. Now, secured options would probably be your best option because as long as you put down the deposit, most of them are willing to, go ahead and give it to you as long as you don't have nothing crazy, like you said. But those are going to be your best options. So, like secured credit accounts that could be loans or credit cards, um, and check out some student accounts. How do you build business credit? I don't talk about business credit on here a lot, but I'm not even gonna say but I don't talk about business credit. I'm a certified financial counselor by appointment only. I'm hearing. And with my AFC, that's also going to allow me to kind of swim into a lot of the military areas. I noticed when I was calling that most people were AFCs or CFPs. And when I do a lot of my research for who's in charge of these programs as far as teaching financial wellness to service members, I'm noticing a lot of AFCs and CFPs. Y'all know what I'm not noticing? A lot of this. A lot of this. So I'm hoping that with my AFC, I can come in and kind of shake it up a bit and get them to start thinking more about diversity and inclusion. It's not enough to just acknowledge the fact that the military is diverse. What are you doing to include all these diverse people in your personal, in your financial wellness programs? Because as they stand, they are not curated with people of color in mind. And y'all know I hate saying people of color now, but it's not just about me. What about the first generation Mexican Americans who don't understand concepts like credit and don't and have to send money back home and not budgeting properly, so they're not even paying their own bills because they're so busy taking care of their family back home. So, I just think that there are so many things that could be improved in the military, and one of the things that I can contribute as a vet somebody who has experienced that lack of knowledge while in service, is I can come in and make some changes or at least some suggestions so somebody can make some changes. And they would listen because I got my AFC. So that's kind of like my thought process. With a focus on debt repayment and non-bankruptcy alternatives. I do it for the country that I live in at no cost. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What other questions y'all got? I'll low key have missed going live. Y'all, if you've been here for a while, you know that I used to go live once a week. I've been really, really busy with the move and in my job, but I'm definitely getting back into it. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram because I've been super, super active on Instagram and TikTok. But I just announced that I'm bringing back Hood Niggas Need Credit Too. For those of y'all who have not been a part of this for a while, or a follower, Hood Niggas Need Credit Too was my very, very first webinar series that I used to do. I used to do 3 webinars a month, y'all. And it burnt me out. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I did it for like 6 or 7 months straight. And the title was Hood Niggas Need Credit Too, and it started on Clubhouse. And I started it with, and it's crazy because the guy that I started it for, like it was for him and his friends, he actually passed away about a year or so ago, maybe a little bit more than that. Which was crazy, but it started as a program that I created that would help recently released felons reacclimate into society financially. So, like, if you've been to prison, you've been in prison for 5 years, that means your credit has been inactive for 5 years. Whatever debt you had when you went in, that shit's still there. So, like, how can you start rebuilding now that you're becoming, a law-abiding citizen? Because it can get frustrating when the money not making ends meet because and your credit's fucked up, so then you can't even get like a decent place to stay or a car or whatever it is you need to kind of make it work. And that is what really leads to the recidivism of people going back into prison because they feel like they have no other choice. And so this program was started for them, and it was free for anybody who could log into it. I was on Clubhouse, y'all. We was on Facebook. We was on TikTok, and we would just sit and we would talk about stuff like child support in arrears. We would talk about evictions. We talked about everything and just like really helping. And it blew up. It got really, really popular. I did it with a lot of nonprofit organizations, as well as a couple like local like VFWs and stuff like that, which was really dope. And it did really good. I just ended up having to stop doing it because I just had a lot on my plate. Um, and since I was doing a lot out in the community, I couldn't do as much online. So now I'm bringing it back, and I'm actually bringing it back with a lot of the people that I've met over the last year, which is another reason why today is such a big day for me because, oh, thank you for letting my hair go hard. Thank you. But a lot of the people that you guys are going to be seeing in the webinar now are actually people that I've met since becoming a FBI. For example, so the very first episode or webinar for Hood Niggas Need Credit Too is going to be on June 19th. It's June 19th. I'm sorry, July 19th. Damn, I said June. July 19th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you go on my YouTube channel and subscribe, you'll be able to watch it there. And you can like turn on your notifications to be notified when it happens. If you're on my Instagram, you'll see it on my page. But the very first episode is gonna have one of my besties, Rakim Sabri, is gonna be Hood Niggas Need Financial Therapy Too. And we're gonna be talking about financial trauma and how a lot of the things that you've been through, experienced, and seen manifests itself in the way that you're managing your money, which ultimately is fucking your credit up. So I definitely encourage you all. You don't have to be a man to come. Hood Niggas Need Credit Too has evolved to become a program for everybody. And any and all people are welcome. But I really need my men to show up, right? I really need my men to show up and show out because a lot of y'all want to be leaders and y'all leave people to hell if we be honest. So at least come in here and learn something so that when you lead people, you lead them to the right place. Okay? Do you recommend credit consolidation? Ooh. Okay. Let me say this. When it comes to debt consolidation and stuff like that, people think that that is their only option. People become so engrossed in their debt and so overwhelmed with all of the payments that are due and all of the creditors coming after them that they feel like consolidating that debt into one loan would make it easier on them. I am here to tell you that that is not true. That is absolutely positively not true. What's gonna end up happening when you guys do that consolidation, is yeah, you're left with all of your monthly and credit cards and whatever. So instead of like all of these different payments that you would have had to make, you got one payment. And that's cool. But now you're paying interest on the debt that you already had. And I don't know about you, but I didn't have the money in the first place. So what do I look like paying interest on the money that I did not have in the first place? And the interest is not low. When you guys are doing debt consolidation, they understand that you are desperate. And in that desperateness, you're going to sign on for loans with astronomical interest rates because, again, you feel like you have no choice. I am here to tell you that you have choices. That is why I don't like debt consolidation. So no, I don't personally ever recommend debt consolidation unless a client has identified that they feel like they have no other option. They just don't want to communicate with no creditors. They just don't want to do shit. That's when I'm like, well, hey, it's not my job to convince you. It's my job to give you all your options and whatever you choose. I'm gonna explain to you one more time what your option is, and then hey, it's on you. We have a program like that in my county too. To the entry for excellent. You know what? Damn, can you DM me that like exact comment? So like it's through the Office of Reentry for Ex Offenders. Sorry, I know I keep looking to the side. I got a dually on my computer. Send that to me in my inbox, please, because that means I can reach out to the that office in this state and maybe I can help out there too. I need some more volunteer hours. Those companies actually want you to do every research, which is okay. So you're not the first person who I heard say that about that consolidation companies either. So I've heard that they will tell y'all to purposefully not make payments on your credit cards and stuff, and then they'll help you or something like that. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all are fucking your credit up beyond that. What y'all not understanding with these charge-offs is that it's not just the money that you owe that's like hurting your chances of getting more credit. That payment history that's associated with that account too. So the more recent a late payment is, the more of an effect it has on your credit. So like you purposely missing a payment to consolidate that debt is not helping your situation. Hold on. I wasn't able to get secure credit cards. Okay, so let me tell you something. So I'm gonna put y'all up on a life hack, right? So when it comes to credit cards, or actually anything. So when it comes to anything that you apply for that requires credit, right? If you are ever denied, legally they have to send you something known as an adverse action notice. What this means is that they have to tell you what your credit score was when they checked it, what credit report they used to look at that score, like so what credit bureau did they go to? They have to tell you exactly what it was on the credit report that made them deny you. So when you get that letter, right, when you're denied for something, read the fucking letter and stop throwing it in the trash. And yes, if you're hurt, if your feelings are hurt, I'm talking to you. Read the goddamn letter instead of throwing it in the trash. Read it. It'll tell you exactly what you need to fix in order to now qualify for the account that you were denied for. Boom, life hack, change your life. What Lafayette say to you? That's exactly what I do. I go hard for the people that I help. Absolutely. Let's see. That consolidation, yes or no? I answered that. Are you familiar with, oh, here we go. Are you familiar with slash read? Yeah, I read that. I'm not going through that today. Generally, how long does credit repair take from your experience with working with that credit? Okay, so let's talk about that, right? So as you all know, I am a credit repair specialist. Listen, the cheapest way to do it is doing it yourself, okay? The best way to do it is to do it yourself because you control everything. Now, as far as how long it takes to repair your credit, it really just depends. It depends on how bad your credit is, what you're willing and not willing to do to rebuild it, how creditors respond to whatever it is you're doing to repair your credit, um, and things like that. Like it's just so many variables. Now, the average person, like the average client, is with me anywhere from 6 to 9 months. Sometimes less if it's something super minute. Um, Most people, if you want me to be real with you, keep it 100. Most people will sign up for credit repair, show up or actively participate for like 3 months, and then they just stop doing it. Stop checking in. Stop. I guess like if you got monthly payments or whatever, you stop making your payments. You just stop. You stop fighting the fight, and so then you don't see the results you want. and then you got to start all over because credit repair is a very timely thing. So it's very important that you're meeting deadlines and hitting. So if you're missing that, you got to start all over. So really, it depends on you too, as far as making sure you do what you're supposed to be doing when it comes to what your responsibility is in your credit repair. Because let's be clear, you have a responsibility in your credit repair, no matter if you hire somebody or not. Credit. Yeah, so but see, but that's the thing. So like that means that you may not be applying for credit cards that are in your kind of little area of expertise. I'm gonna put you on game. So if you go on my website, www.moneyplug.co, in my store, there's something for free called the credit card cliff notes. In that ebook that I put together, it's a list of like accounts that you can use to build your credit and the different tiers. So it's credit cards specifically, but there are some additional accounts as like honorable mentions. Um, and in it, it'll show you like tier one credit cards. So people who have no credit and want to build credit, this is where you fall. What your credit score should look like, stuff like that. And then the second tier, the third tier, and the fourth tier. It's completely free. You go on my shop on my website, and it's completely free. You can just download it. And I'm not saying like you have to follow that to a T. I always tell people do what works for you or what meets your goals. Matter of fact, let's talk about that for a second, right quick. Like my biggest pet peeve with y'all sometimes is that you aren't setting goals for yourself financially. A lot of you are reacting based off of things like social media. You guys are applying for credit cards because a Facebook group told you it was easy, not because you needed it. Y'all applying for loans and shit just because somebody said, "Oh, yeah, come build a business credit, girl," and da da da, da, and then signing on as a personal guarantor and not understanding what that means. So, like, throughout this entire process, what I need y'all to understand is that before you do anything else, you need to set a goal. If you follow me on TikTok or on Instagram or anything like that, y'all will see. I just posted a video recently that says the number one step in credit repair. That step is be fucking for real. Set realistic goals. Don't be out here with a 400 talking about you gonna buy a house next month because you're not. But be fucking for real. Set realistic, attainable, time-specific goals. Remember, for those of you who've been following me for a while, we've talked about SMART goals, right? And that whole I almost called it an analogy. Jesus, Mary, Joseph and the acronym for SMART, right? So we've talked about how to set those goals, those kinds of goals, and then you set short-term goals to help you accomplish the long-term goals. But you have to set these goals so that you can make sure you stand on track. You don't get distracted. You're only adding credit cards and loans and whatever else you need that's going to help you get to that goal. You're not going to get distracted by what everybody else is doing and scheming and scamming. So again, the very, very first step when it comes to either building your credit, managing your credit, or repairing your credit is be fucking for real. And then because people, and then like the next question that I hate, oh, girl, I stay asking people, does that make sense to you? No, for real. Because it's like they'll be like, yeah, girl, because I've seen this video in XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. So what you think? If you coming to me, like I told y'all earlier, even with my clients, I'm not in the business of convincing you of shit. If you're trying to come to me to validate a purchase or to validate something you said you wanted to add to your credit profile, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because you know it's a bad idea. And I'm not about to condone your fucking bad idea. What I look like, I'm gonna tell you it's a bad idea. If you need to go to somebody else for validation, clearly this is not in alignment with your goals. Because when it's in alignment, you know, y'all gotta stay focused. Y'all get way too distracted. Your points go up a little bit, and you be thinking, "Oh, bitch, I'm in there. Let's go get this car. Oh, bitch, I'm in there. I'm about to get this Amex or whatever, whatever, whatever." Knowing that that was not in the cards. That was not a part of the plan. But you got excited because now you qualified for things that you did not qualify for previously. That's that unhealed financial trauma. I cannot wait until we do this webinar with Rob Kim because that's that unhealed financial trauma from childhood. You're so used to being denied things and being told no that now that you've grown up and you make the rules, you gonna go get it. Y'all need to heal. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. You really wanna fix your finances, go to therapy. Financial therapy, emotional therapy. I don't give a fuck if it's physical therapy. Go to therapy, please. I got a client now, homeless with a BBL. Wow, wow. Hey, you got it from it, I guess. Whew. All right, now step number two, right? So step number one, be fucking for real, right? Step number two, y'all gotta know where you stand right now. A lot of y'all just be like, oh, my credit is so bad. Oh, my credit is so horrible. I owe you our credit and there's nothing wrong with it. You just ain't got none. Like you just don't have any accounts. Like you guys have to understand where you are. You can't set goals and stuff like that, right? To be honest with y'all, you don't even know where you're sitting at. Get your bearings. Pull your credit reports. Print out the last 3 months of your bank statements and evaluate your spending. One of the things that I started doing with clients, since entering into the AFC program as an AFC candidate, is I have them pull their bank statements the last 3 months, right, to get an average on what they're spending on like whatever. And we'll pull their bank statements and we go through their spending and we do it with like different color highlighters. I'm a very visual person, so I have to do the different colors. And so we'll highlight necessities and then shit they could have lived without. That's literally what we call it. Shit I did not need to spend my money on. And then when we go through their credit, right, and we're looking at all the things that they need to fix and settlements that they need to try to negotiate and pay for deletes that they want to work on. When we go back to their budget to identify, well, where the hell is this money going to come from? All that stuff that you highlighted that was shit that you didn't need to be spending money on, that's where that money's going to come from. You see how those things kind of come together? Like, because if you're not managing your money properly, you're going to start missing payments on the shit that reports to your credit. And that's going to fuck your credit up. These things are not separate. It shouldn't be taught separate. So you gotta know what your money looking like, and you gotta know what your credit looking like in order to kind of build, rebuild, maintain all that. I have a friend who owns two credit cards instead of cutting it up, and she's coming back from this. Oh, okay. Here's my feeling about closing credit cards, and I get it. Some people are not gonna agree with me, but let's talk about it. If you are not using the credit card, as in you are having to force yourself to spend money on this card because you just be forgetting you have it. You have too many credit cards. You need to close some of them. Is your credit score going to go down? Absolutely, but it's temporary. Like you'll get those points back. Now, this is not something that I suggest to people who are within 6 months of wanting to make a major purchase. However, if you like, I got a house, I got a car, girl, I don't need shit else right now. I'm gonna tell you close them damn cards because you don't need all of those credit cards. You only need as many cards as it takes to reward you for the spending that you're already doing. You don't need 100,000 credit cards. You don't need $1 million in available credit. You don't need any of those things. Society and social media is selling y'all this lifestyle that you can look like me if you have $1 million in available credit. What the fuck do you need that? Can you afford that kind of minimum payment? I don't know about you, but I can't. Girl, I can't, and I make good money. I can't. So, like, what I mean by like support the stuff that you already doing. This is why it's important for you to work on a budget before you start working on. All right, let me start opening up some accounts. Let me start looking at credit cards. Da 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 da. Because when you look at your budget, you look at your spending. So, for example, um, let's say y'all know I got a big family, so I spend a lot of money on groceries. When I go to look for credit cards that I want to add to my credit profile, I want to get with a lender, right? Who is going to reward me for that spending that I'm doing. So I need to see cash back for some groceries and for delivery and carry out. Y'all know. So like you get what I'm saying? It needs to reward the spending you're already doing, not encourage you to spend more money. So for me with my business, I travel a lot. So of course I'm gonna look for a credit card that's gonna give me some points. I like a good points bitch. I'm trying to go to Miami and look for the hoochie daddies, but I just don't want to spend all my money. So I can use points to do that. Right? Right. So you just want to be rewarded for the spending that you're already doing. You don't need like a drawer full of credit cards to do that. She has 0 cards now. Is that okay? Absolutely not. She needs to get a credit card. I hate people like, I don't want any credit cards. All right, but you about to make your credit building journey so much harder than it needs to be. So much harder than it needs to be. Because your credit report, right? Your credit report is a snapshot of your a bit like your current transaction history, right? And it judges your ability to pay debt by looking at how you're paying open, actively reporting debt. So if you don't got no open, actively reporting accounts, then how are you gonna be able to know if you pay your bills or not? I only open two credit cards and a bank account, and that's too much. If two credit cards is too much, then just use one. So, like for example, for me, I got one that I use for gas, and I get cash back for gas. I got one that I use for travel when I get my points. I got one that's gonna help me, get some cash back for my groceries. All right, and I'm feeling like you get what I'm saying. I don't need more than that. Do I got more than that? Yeah. I don't need more than that. I also know how to manage my money. But the other accounts, I'm just keeping them open because they're older accounts. But I also make sure that they serve a purpose. So I have a card that strictly pays my subscriptions. And I have a card that I typically use for like festivals and stuff like that when I go out. And let me put y'all festival girlies on game. Use your credit card when y'all going out to these festivals instead of your debit card. That way, if your information is stolen or skimmed or whatever, any fraudulent purchases always have additional protection behind that credit card company because they gonna move mountains to protect their money. They're not gonna do that shit with the cash sitting in your debit card account. You feel me? I'm putting on the game. That's just like I tell people all the time, like when you guys are making major purchases, and y'all like, well, I'ma just save up and buy it outright. I get it. However, depending on what kind of credit cards you have, some credit cards offer additional purchase protection. So, like, if something's wrong with it when you get there and they're trying to tell you that it's not covered and they're not giving you your money back, they not gonna kick their door down and be like, "I said you my money." You get what I'm saying? So, just that's why it's also important to understand how rewards and additional protections and bonuses and stuff like that work with these credit cards. And then you can just take all the money that you saved and pay it off right away. Boom. I tell all my family and friends what you say, and they get annoyed. Yo, I hope she see this because I want to explain myself. Bank of America has a card. So when you're rewarded with customer- What? I don't like Bank of America, but what? I didn't know that. Oh, you might want to go see my last post before you talk about Bank of America. You on Instagram. Thank you, Kamari. I know I look crazy putting my head to the side because I got my phone. Like usually I had all of y'all coming from one camera, but TikTok was giving me problems today. So TikTok is on my phone, but Instagram is directly behind y'all. So I know I'd be looking crazy leaning to the side. That's fine. Oh, but yeah, I want to explain myself. So a couple weeks ago, this was right after I dyed my head too. So she saw it when it was freshly green. And like that's how I knew she was really a follower because like how did you know it was I had just came back from Palm Springs and I wasn't feeling good. And I was at work. I was like, damn, I'm about to run to this Starbucks and go get me a medicine ball right quick. I had never been to Starbucks before. Drive past it every fucking day. So I go into Starbucks, y'all. I got on a face mask. So like you can't see let me see. Let me bring my famous vomit out. Like you can't see none of this. All you see is my hair and my eyes, right? So I'm going into Starbucks and I order my stuff and I'm on the phone. So anybody who know me know that usually 9 times out of 10 when you see me, you gonna see me. Um for those of you who aren't aware, I have severe social anxiety, and so this is like I'm like Linus with his security blanket. My headphones is what kind of grounds me a little bit. But I was on the phone anyway, and this girl kept staring at me. So I'm like I don't know what she looking at. Like what I do? Like I didn't say nothing rude. Is it something on my face? Oh my god, it's probably a boogie on my face. Man. It's like, I was just like tripping in my head, and she was like, "Excuse me, I was on TikTok." And it was a boy in between us, and he looking at me and then looking at her. And I was like, yes. And she was like, oh my God, I love your stuff. And, da, 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 da. And I was just like, thank you. Like, I was so awkward, but like, and I'm so sorry if you see this. That's like the second time this has happened, like somebody recognizing me out somewhere, and I don't know how to handle it every single time. I'd be like, I don't know what to say because it's so awkward. Because like Damn, now you want me you expecting the money flow, like, I gotta like, I don't know, bro. I just be overthinking it, and I'm so sorry if I was so awkward with you. It's not because I don't like you, and I actually got something for you, low key, and I went back in there, and I haven't seen you the last couple times I went in there, but I actually have something for you to give you, when I see you, because I felt so bad after that because she was so awkward. That shit was so awkward, and she was a true fan because I had just got y'all. When I say I had just got my hair, I had came back to work that day from Palm Springs, and I dyed my hair the day before I went to Palm Springs. So, like, I think I had, like, maybe one post up with my green hair, and she just instantly knew it was me. Like, she was a true fan. So, sure, yeah, if you see this, I got something for you, but I felt so bad at now the very first time anybody's ever recognized me was at Rolling Loud Miami last year. I was standing in line to get some food, and this lady and her husband kept staring at me, y'all. And again, I go overthinking shit. I was like, I hope they is not about to ask me back to the hotel room because I'm outside, but bitch, I'm not that outside. I'll go home real quick. Like, yeah. So I'm scared. So the line moving. And finally, like the wife tapped me. She was like, excuse me. I know this is so rude, but like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm looking at her like, Miss, I do not fucking know you. Like, no, you don't. No, you do not. Mm-mm. So she's like, I do. And like we just got to talking about like where I'm from and like what I do. And then like once we started talking about like the work and stuff that I do, she's like, oh my God, I'm following you on TikTok, babe. I'm following her on TikTok. Of course she was drunk, so it was a little extra. But like when I tell you I was mortified because there was people around us, y'all, and they was looking. And everybody always expect me to be like some comedian or a dancer or a singer or something. When somebody be like, they follow me on TikTok, and they be like, "Oh, for real, TikTok? What you do?" And I'm like, "I teach about money." I'd be like, I don't know. And they be like, "What?" I'd be like, Yo, that should be so funny. Because that's how the boy in the Starbucks was when me and her was talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, what you do?" And I was like, "I teach personal finance." This nigga was instantly like, "Oh." See, I'm real goofy like this in real life. It's not just the act. Mm. It's actually almost time for me to clock into work. She don't know that we going back to the crib. What questions y'all got for me before I get off of here? I've been on here goofing with y'all for almost an hour now. Let me see. Let me go back to the comments. Oof, that made my stomach hurt laughing with y'all today. But I really just wanted to come on here because one, somebody really was like, "Have I been missing your lives? You used to go live every week. What happened?" And I felt like it felt like that moment in that 50 Cent song. He was like, "Damn, homie, in high school you was a man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Like, damn, bro. All right." Do you work with stubborn older adults? Yes, I work with everybody. I work with everybody except if you live in the state of Georgia. Sorry. She don't know that we going. But what's next? So, why is this doing this? If you go in my online store, somebody asked me what was the ebook. If you go on my online store, it's called the credit card QuickBooks. You just add it to your cart and check out. It's completely free. Excuse me. But what's next, right? So I'm currently studying to become an accredited financial counselor through the AFCPE. Um, that's been taking up a lot of my time on top of work. For those of you who don't know, all of my personal finance know-how and all of the success that I've been seeing on TikTok got me a job as a full-time content creator for a marketing agency. So I help brands create social media content, and it's been really cool. I've been here for about 6 months now. I've been in LA for 3. I love it here. If the cost of living went down, I'd really be with it, but I like it. The food's amazing, the people are cool. Um, and yeah, that's kind of just like what's going on currently. I guess what's next is I've been working on my freelance strategy. So if any of you haven't, please subscribe to my Substack. It's markiabrown.substack.com. I've been doing a lot more writing, a lot more communicating with writers that I know, such as Rakim Sabri, who's going to be the guest host that I have for this month. Good niggas need credit too. He's a published author. He's a Forbes columnist. Man, I swear there's not a publication that this man hasn't been in. I feel like, and he was on the Tamara Hall show, and I just found this out like 2 days ago. I knew I meant to text him about something. I do not recommend bankruptcy. That's crazy. I'm also not a bankruptcy lawyer, so I don't advise on bankruptcies. But no, that's what. But anyway, but yeah, and just kind of putting myself in proximity with people who write, because that's one of my passions, and so I would love to be able to do that about credit and money and stuff. So it's been really cool. Um, so look out for more on that. Um, and yeah, really, I've just been focusing on studying and learning. The biggest thing is like I'm just trying to take in as much information as possible. Um, so that I can repackage it and kind of distribute it to y'all. You might not have noticed that I took a little bit of a social media break, and I was barely posting. I was posting like once every 2 weeks. One shit, I think one time I did it like once every 3 weeks. Um, but I had to take a step back for a little bit. I was a little burnt out. I was trying to give 100% to everything, and it was kind of hard to do that. Um, but we live, baby. We back. It's called balance. I ain't found it yet, but we looking. But yeah, so a lot of things that I used to do are coming back, such as the Hood Niggas Need Credit to webinar. A lot of new things are coming. So do I want to say it before y'all kick my ass? There's a newsletter that's going to be starting up that's going to have tips and strategies and stuff like that. If you're already subscribed to my emails, you'll just start getting the newsletters when they come out. If you are not subscribed to my emails and you're on like TikTok or Instagram, you can just click the link in my bio. If you're on Facebook, I posted a link to subscribe to my emails, but you can just go to my website. He said, do it mess up the credit more? Yes, file for bankruptcy can mess up your credit more, but like there's always a but asterisk, right? For some people, it is the best option for getting them out of the hole that they're in. But again, I'm not a bankruptcy lawyer, so I don't advise on that. Shout out to your competence within consumer finance. How have you learned the language of legalese better? Full disclosure, right? Growing up, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I got into some trouble. Otherwise, I probably would have pursued not like legal trouble, chill. But like I got into some trouble in high school, and that's probably what steered me away from doing it. But like I've always been surrounded by kind of like that language. I was captain of the debate team for like 4 years straight. Like, and we debated like actual topics, cases using precedents and stuff like that. So full disclosure, I kind of had that previous exposure to it. On top of reading, studying. A lot of people be thinking that the law is like open to interpretation, but it's not. It's literally as simple as reading it. As far as comprehending it, I guess uh, my skills as far as how I research information and like who my more knowledgeable others are that I can go to when I don't understand something. Those things are all kind of part of how I've been able to kind of navigate that language a little bit better. Because it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? I mean, it's not enough to, yeah, I know where I can find this law, but should I also know that I can go call somebody and they can explain it to me because they sat in a courtroom and defended using this law. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's always good to network when you're in these spaces. Like, for example, Rakim, right? So Rakim Sabri is like the leading voice in financial trauma right now. Financial trauma is not my area of expertise, but it does play a part in how your credit is fucked up. So I decided to partner with Rakim Sabri to allow him to use my platform to spread that message because it benefits my audience as well. And so the same thing can be applied to like your network, right? You might not be an expert in this topic, but this topic is important to whatever it is you're working on, right? Like whatever it is the topic is that you're not like sure of. So you bring somebody in to help make you sure or to explain it in a way that not only you but your audience can understand it. I know, and it's crazy, especially because I work on the credit side, and anybody who works in personal finance know that the credit repairs is like the outlands. We don't go down, right? Like, like you don't see that collaboration a lot. It's a lot of competition. Damn, I don't know why my headphones just did that, and I don't know what it did. I think they just cut off. Not quite sure. That's the only way you're gonna level up though, is if you do that. You're welcome. What other questions y'all got for me? I'm actually a certified bankruptcy specialist and I don't recommend it at all. Nah, for real. What other questions y'all got for me? Mm-mm-mm. Thank you for being. I don't know why that's stuck in my head. That's crazy. That's wild. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mm-mm. Oh, oh, oh. Her gets on the road. I'm sorry. I've been on like a Disney kick lately. Yesterday it was Beauty and the Beast. I was in here singing it like crazy. Y'all see my Alexa? I be having her in here blasting. I don't know who that is because it's a Facebook user. But your mama, sorry, somebody said, "Hey, Pogue," so I know it's one of my friends, but I don't know who it is because it's just a Facebook user with no picture. Don't worry, I love my friends. See, now I feel like I gotta explain myself, right? So I love my friends, but like we treat each other like shit. What's the deal on the new FCRA law that people talking about? Them fucking people is lying. That is not no new FCRA law. The Fair Credit Reporting Act has been around since the 70s. They're fucking lying and they're all repeating the same script because they see that if you look at the views and this person said this, if I say that, I'm gonna get them views. Or the videos where they be like, yeah, just drop credit in the comments below. Girl, just tell me what the fuck I need to know. I hate that. Oh, it was you. It was you. I'm screaming. See, I told y'all it was a friend. After I said that, Lil Kim said, damn, what if it's not one of my friends? What if somebody really just don't like me? I don't care, but still. But yeah, ain't no new law. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is not new. You can actually get a copy of it for free. If y'all got a Facebook page, you can join my Facebook group. It's called the Credit Clubhouse. Shoot, how did I forget the name of my own Facebook group? Go girl, what is wrong with you? It's called Plugged In the Credit Clubhouse. I swear it just blanked. Um, what is that noise? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so my Facebook group is called Plugged in the Credit Clubhouse, and in the group files, I have the latest edition of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which was updated in August last year. Um, so it's the blue cover. For those of you who are looking online, you can also get you can bulk order copies of the FCRA. I don't know about the blue copies because I had bulk ordered I both ordered the purple copies before they did the updates. And I would take that to like pop-up shops and stuff and give it out to people. But you can order them for free from the FTC. You could just go to ftc.gov. You childish. Oh, you childish. Not you making fun of my accent. Okay. Y'all got me for 10 more minutes before I clock into my real job. Because I'm a corporate girly. Oh, oh, oh. Herc is on the road. Yep, ftc.gov and go to publications. What's the shake for today? It's a fruit. It's just a smoothie. It's just some frozen fruit, some oat milk, protein powder. I'm trying to bulk up. You going, Jay? Y'all see my friend? I'm from PG County. I'm gonna make sure I'm fun of that be more accent. Yeah, y'all some haters, Mo. Y'all some haters, Mo. Girl, I am. Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I make good money, but not enough money for a BBL. So I ain't got no choice but to be sitting in here drinking this protein powder and squats. I'm officially late for work. Have a great day. Have a good day. Mm, mm, mm. Hurt is on the road. I gotta do something, girl. All right, so I ain't getting in the gym, but I did order. I got like these adjustable weight set. So it go from a kettlebell to a dumbbell, to a barbell. Like it's crazy. It can be all those things. And then I got my Peloton. So I've been working out at home, and I got a jump rope too because one of the I got this girl. Now let me tell you, let me put y'all on game. This is not an advertisement. I bought it and I'm using it now. This called the sweat deck, right? And so like you just pick cards at random, and like they got you can either do this side and then it'll be an exercise, and like how many you should do, or you can flip it over and it's like circuits. So it's pretty cool. So I've been doing. I just started yesterday, so that was fun. But yesterday was just like stretching, yoga, blah 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 blah. So today I'm really gonna get into it. So I'm excited. But listen, you've been inspiring me, girl, because you look good in them damn workout sets. I got to get me some. I want one of them little workout partners to send me some fucking free workout shit. May I pay for the pants? I just feel like I should not have to pay for the top because it ain't holding nothing up. I play too much. As a credit consultant, is there one license slash certificate to get before the other? No. So to be 100% transparent, there is no required certification, right? To become a credit repair specialist. However, I went through the Credit Consultants Association or CCA to get my certifications, and they usually offer like bundle packages. And so I got my BCCCC or whatever it's called first, and then like they also did my FCRA and FDCPA certifications as well. But whatever order you want to do them in is up to you. I did my, like I said, I did my board certification in credit repair first, and credit score consult. No, I did the BCCSC first, and then I did the other one, which is like the credit score consultant. I want a sponsorship. No, for real. Look, if anybody watching this, I work out. Where's she in at? Y'all want to email me and ask me to be a sponsor? Nah, I ain't doing that shit. Them girls that do hauls, more power to y'all, child. Because woo, I be looking crazy when I order the shit and gotta put it away. Y'all gotta try it on and pose in front of the camera and talk about it. I ain't got time. Nah, I ain't got time. I'm trying to be outside. Shout out to OG Apparel. I've been wearing like my graphic t-shirt game is unmatched. Let's be clear. But I've worn a couple of these shirts recently, and like a lot of people like, oh my god, where do you get that? Because I got a sweatshirt and it say pretty for a black girl before a black girl is scratched out. So it just say pretty. It's dope. And they're OJII on Instagram. OJII apparel on Instagram and TikTok. But then I wore my sweatsuit and it say not a threat down the sides and across the front. It's really cool. Let me see. What's another one? One of my favorite shirts I got from them is a decolonize your beauty standards. Dope. But it's a black owned business. And I actually met these people in person. They actually met the Money Plug before I was like this popular at an event down in North Carolina for like, it was like a black business expo. And I drove down there and was just like passing stuff out. I rented a table and everything. And they were down there. And I didn't have the money then to buy something. But when I did have the money to buy something, they actually sent me like a ton of free stuff. It was so nice of them. Purchase. You the best, sis. You welcome. You are welcome. I am not here to gatekeep. I got 5 more minutes before I gotta go to be an employee. And let me tell y'all something. Let's talk about that for a second. There's nothing wrong with having a job and being an entrepreneur. I got a job because low key being an entrepreneur can be pretty boring, right? At certain stages. I'm not doing as much as the budget needs to. Okay. She got a full-time operation. I'm not there yet. And I was bored. And it was like, do you want to move to LA? And I was just like, yes. Literally, like, it wasn't for the money. It wasn't. I strictly wanted to move to LA. I didn't realize I wanted it until they offered it. I've never been on the West Coast before, so I was just like, we ball. W2 keeps you fundable. Yeah, like Loki, yeah. Born in some dark times. Facts. At least like when you an employee and you complaining about work, I got other people to complain about work with, and they gonna complain with me, and I feel like we in this together. Only some, because some people ops, but I was stationed in Yuma. Whew. Every time I think of Arizona, I start hearing dits and dies in my head from Morse code training. Oh, sorry, I'm having a conversation with somebody in the military. Yuma. Oh, shut up! Shut up! Stop talking about my accent. There's nothing wrong with my accent. It's not wrong with it. Whew. But I am getting ready to get off of here. Oh, thank you for asking. My sweatshirt was made by none other than Ryan Moore of Dapper Dopeness, which is a company that makes custom apparel. And you can just search Dapper Dopeness on Instagram. But the letters are for my military sorority. So if any of y'all in the military and looking for a community, we out here. Kappa Epsilon Psi, we excel them all. Hit me up if you got any questions. But yeah, this is my favorite hoodie. I low-key need to order another one because, and I don't want to show y'all, but it's bleach on the back. So I gotta order another one, but this is my favorite hoodie, so thank you. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all loose so I can get out of here. For those of you who have never been on a live with me before, I end my lives the same way all the time. I was thinking about joining the D9, but I don't know. I gotta graduate college first. Hell, can I do that first? But y'all know what I always say: live every day like it's your last, but pay your bills and wear condoms just in case it's not. And I will see all of y'all for sure, right? On the 19th. Everybody subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do it right now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hood Niggas Need Financial Therapy too with Rakim Sabri. July 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so I expect to see y'all there. Don't play with me. And subscribe to my email so y'all can get reminders too. I make sure y'all don't miss it. But y'all have a good one. Have a good rest of the day. Make good choices. Make good choices. Just don't call me if you make bad ones, I guess. But all right, y'all.